आजभन्दा 30 वर्ष अगाडि बेजिङ सम्मेलन भएको थियो। त्यो बेजिङ सम्मेलनमा यहाँ रहनु भएको धेरै अग्रज व्यक्तित्वहरू पनि हुनुहुन्थ्यो र म पनि त्यसमा गरिरहेको छु फ्ल्यासब्याक। तर त्यतिखेर ती 12 वटा सरकारका बुदाहरू नेपाल फर्किएर हामीले अध्ययन गर्दा सबै बुदाहरू हाम्रो लागि त्यत्तिकै सान्दर्भिक जस्तो त्यति हामीलाई महसुस भइसकेको थिएन। तर समयको क्रमसँगै केही वर्ष पछाडि हाम्रो देश चाहिँ एकदमै सशस्त्र द्वन्द्वको चपेटामा धकेलियो, जसले गर्दाखेरि महिला र सशस्त्र द्वन्द्व भन्ने टपिक्स हाम्रो लागि एकदमै रिलायबल, एकदमै सान्दर्भिक हुँदै गयो। बिस्तारै बिस्तारै महिला र वातावरण अहिले आएर त यो त एकदमै हट इमर्जिङ इस्यु बनिसकेको छ र त्यतिखेरका हाम्रा 12 वटा बकेट 30 को रिभ्यूसँगै सायद हामीले बकेट थप्नुपर्ने आवश्यकता पनि हुने हो कि यतातिर पनि हामीले केही ध्यान दिनुपर्ने आवश्यकता छ। धेरै विषयहरू आए, तर आउँदा आउँदै म राष्ट्रिय महिला आयोगको अध्यक्ष भएर करिब 3.5 वर्ष बिताइसक्दाखेरि यो बीचमा आएका धेरै इमर्जिङ इस्युहरू छन् र विगतमा म आफै यहीँ काठमाडौँमै बसेर 3.5 दशकदेखि महिला आन्दोलनको क्षेत्रमा आदरणीय व्यक्तित्वहरूको छत्रछायामा सान्निध्यतामा काम गर्दै आउने क्रममा देखेका कुराहरू यो पछिल्लो 1 दशक यता आएर धेरै नै बढेको अवस्था हामीले महसुस गरेका छौँ र खास गरी कोभिड यता आएर चाहिँ अझ धेरै संवेदनशील विषयहरू थपेका छन् र हामीले महिला आयोगमा बसेर महिलाको चाहिँ न्यायमा पहुँचको लागि हामीले सहजीकरण गरिरहँदाखेरि, समन्वय गरिरहँदाखेरि, सबलीकरणका लागि भूमिका निर्वाह गरिरहँदाखेरि केही कुराहरू हामीलाई चुनौतीको रूपमा पनि आएका छन्, जुन कुराहरूलाई हामीले गम्भीरतापूर्वक लिनुपर्ने अवस्था छ। अहिले इन्टरसेक्सनालिटीका कुरालाई हामीले विशेष महत्त्वका साथ उठाउनु परेको छ। हिजोका दिनमा विभिन्न अन्तर्क्षेत्रीय समुदायका साथीहरू, महिलाहरू, बालिका, किशोरी यसरी अगाडि आइरहेको अवस्था थिएन। उहाँहरूका चुनौती र समस्याहरू त्यति संवेदनशील ढङ्गले अगाडि आउन सकेका थिएनन्। पछिल्लो दशकमा त्यो समुदायका व्यक्तित्वहरू, बालिका, किशोरी, महिला जति अगाडि आइरहनु भएको छ सामाजिक क्षेत्रमा, त्यति हामीले समस्याको महसुस गरिरहेका छौँ। केही समय अगाडि बियोन्ड बेजिङले यसै गरी कार्यक्रम गर्दाखेरि एउटा थप सवाल पनि उहाँहरूले उठाउनु भएको छ। महिला र ज्येष्ठ नागरिक, अहिले समाजमा ज्येष्ठ नागरिक महिलाहरूका अवस्था एकदमै संवेदनशील भइसकेको अवस्था छ। सबै घरहरूमा चाहिँ हिजोका दिनमा त्यस्तो एउटा जो आदरणीय व्यक्तित्वहरू हुनुहुन्थ्यो, जो हाम्रो मेन्टर हुनुहुन्थ्यो, आज उहाँहरू ज्येष्ठ नागरिक हुनुभएको छ। उहाँहरूका अनुभवहरूलाई हामीले कसरी डकुमेन्टेसन गर्ने, कसरी त्यो कुरालाई हामीले स्ट्रेन्थेन गर्ने भन्ने पनि आज हामीलाई एउटा चुनौती छ। र अर्को चाहिँ आज सम्मानित व्यक्तित्व आदरणीय तुलसीलता अमात्यज्यूले भर्खरै भन्नुभयो, उहाँले लामो समयदेखि यौनकर्मी महिलाको क्षेत्रमा म काम गर्दै आएको छु भन्नुभएको छ। त्यो क्षेत्रको महिलाको मानव अधिकारको सवाल, त्यो क्षेत्रका महिलाको पहिचानका सवाल पनि त्यत्तिकै संवेदनशील अवस्थामा हामीले महसुस गरेका छौँ। त्यसो भएको हुनाले यो बकेटभित्र हामीले समेटिन नसकेका यी इमर्जिङ इस्युहरूलाई पनि हामीले कसरी समेट्ने भन्ने बारेमा पनि यो छलफल, यो परामर्शमा हामीले विशेष ध्यान दिनुपर्ने अवस्था छ। म अहिलेलाई यति नै राख्छु र आज दिनभरिको सत्रमा धेरै कुराहरू छलफलमा आउनेछ र मैले आज यति धेरै चाहिँ 3-4 दशकदेखि काम गर्दा सँगसँगै काम गरेको आदरणीय व्यक्तित्वहरू, सहकर्मी साथीहरूलाई देख्दाखेरि मलाई एउटा आज विशेष पर्व नै भएको महसुस भएको छ। असाध्यै खुसी लागेको छ र यो पर्व, यो समारोहको आयोजना गर्ने संस्थालाई र यो समारोह गर्नको लागि सपोर्ट गर्ने युएन वुमनलाई पनि म हार्दिक धन्यवाद व्यक्त गर्न चाहन्छु र मलाई यो अवसर प्रदान गर्नुभएकोमा म आभार व्यक्त गर्दै मेरो भनाइ यहीँ अन्त्य गर्छु। धन्यवाद, नमस्कार।
It's such an amazing energy that you have created for this celebration. And I do believe this has to be, in fact, a celebration. Oftentimes we say, why do we want a revolution if we cannot dance? So I really welcome the fact that we started this session with the dancing, with the celebration, with the recognition of the road that we have walked together for the last 30 years. So much needs to be recognized and celebrated, and so much more needs to be done. I think what comes to my mind when thinking about Beijing Plus 30 and 30 years ago, the Beijing Declaration and Platform of Action, is the fact that after 3 decades, we're still talking about the most comprehensive framework on gender equality and women's rights that we have as a global community. And there are 3 main elements that I would like to highlight about this opportunity, about this moment of reflecting and reviewing together. The first element around Beijing Plus 30 is that oftentimes, and I don't know if this is also your experience as advocates, as activists, oftentimes we are always fighting around the most pressing need. It feels like we're holding the fort. There's always a risk of setbacks. We have seen, for instance, in countries affected by armed conflict, that oftentimes women's organizations say we don't really have time to look into the whole agenda. There's so many issues around environmental rights, health, but we are trying to remain alive. We're looking for those who have disappeared. And their agenda is always on the most pressing needs. I think we saw the same during COVID-19, a health crisis that affected us all, and where we saw that economic rights that had been gained after many decades of advocating, of fighting together, suddenly were reversed. Unfortunately, we see it every day. We see in countries where conservative regimes suddenly reverse decades of rights that have been achieved, and oftentimes judicial decisions about sexual and reproductive rights. So it seems like we're always chasing the last emergency. Having the chance to look at 12 areas of concern, to look at the whole agenda in this very comprehensive manner is an amazing opportunity. And if we compare it to the Commission on the Status of Women, that many of you know happens every year in March in New York, we always have a theme that we discuss and then we review a few years down the road. But this is the moment where we review all of this very comprehensive agenda. So this is a great opportunity, and we already saw the energy that this can create. No? And I'm very impressed by the consultation process and the diversity of expertise that you were able to bring to the room. The second element that it's extremely important now about this process is that it is a periodic review that is happening after 5 years, and reviews that have been happening every 5 years for the last 30 years. And this is extremely important. It allows us to consider what we have achieved, how we all build on each other's successes. Many of you have been fighting, working for this, traveling, joining forces in your communities for many, many years, and some others have joined more recently because of your age. So we always say there's an intergenerational solidarity. We all stand on each other's shoulders and we continue the fight together. So whilst, for instance, processes like CEDAW, where also Nepal is going to be is going to be discussing their periodic review, happens also regularly. This is the one time where the whole world gets together and every 5 years reviews together the progress. So this is very important because it allows us to compare situations across regions and also globally, to share and to learn. In these 30 years, and I think in this 5 years review, for instance, many topics have evolved. Many of us have realized that, for instance, poverty has many multidimensional aspects, and that, for instance, time poverty, where many women are trapped in the care economy, is an extremely important aspect to address if we really want women to be part of the labor force. We have also understood economy from the perspective of agency, of empowerment, and environment, and it was already mentioned in this dimension of the climate justice and the element of disaster risk reduction that is so important. We have also realized that there are many opportunities, but also challenges, for instance, around the use of the technology, the transformative potential, but also the risk for women, and the important, very, very important issue of resourcing, of financing for gender equality. So we really hope that this is an opportunity for us to compare, to learn from others, to find these macro trends that are relevant for the whole region and for the world, and to continue advancing together. And the third idea that I wanted to convey to you, and why I think Beijing Plus 30 is so important, is because in general, we have seen that when we talk about gender equality and women's rights, there is what we call the statistical silence, meaning that very often times we lack data. We have the evidence to support policy making, to support the decision making. A couple of weeks ago, the General Assembly met in New York, this time under the framework of the Summit of the Future, and UN Women had the opportunity to launch a report that is called the Snapshot 2024 on the SDGs. As you know, the Sustainable Development Goals were agreed to be achieved by 2030 by the member states in the planet, and we have 6 years to go. But what we realize is that not only we're far from meeting the targets in SDG 5, that is specifically on gender equality, but also we know that gender equality is instrumental to achieve all the other SDGs. But out of the 52 gender-specific indicators from the whole agenda, half of them, 56%, have data availability, meaning that still the situation of women and girls remains in this invisible situation across multiple dimensions. So we really encourage Beijing Plus 30, the work that you're doing, all these consultations, all the data that has been generated, to also be connected to the SDGs, to understand that we are in parallel tracks, but that they all connect together. And finally, what we want to do is that the situation of women, the opportunities, the talent, the capacity that they bring to every society are accounted for and they are considered, and then we can achieve all these goals in terms of peace and sustainable development that we have as a global community. Just to finalize, let me just recognize the role that the government of Nepal has played very actively, Minister, on these intergovernmental discussions. The fact that the government submitted a report for Beijing Plus 30 recently in July, the fact that this was based on consultative processes with civil society organizations in all their diversity. This doesn't happen, unfortunately, in every country, so this is extremely important and we welcome it. And the fact that we'll be very actively engaged in all the regional and global consultations, discussions, interministerial conferences coming up. This will be an opportunity to exchange knowledge, to share from others, but also for Nepal to shine internationally and to contribute. And ultimately to come back to Nepal and help us in shaping evidence-based, well-resourced, high-impact and time-bound actions that continue our work. Last but not least, let me please say a few words about the feminist movement, about many of you that are in the room that have been for many years showing what courageous women can do when we work together, not only through your professional endeavors, but also through your personal journeys, many times very difficult, where you had to break many stereotypes. And I feel so honored to be sharing this space with you. The women's movement, the feminist movement in Nepal has been driving many of the important progress that will be discussed globally that we will see in this report, and at the same time has been transforming itself, mutating, because it's a social movement, it's the largest social movement in the world, and has been able to adapt, to include, to change as the times require. So thank you so much to NNBA and to all the organizations that put together this amazing, powerful event, for organizing this consultation, for being part of the production of this review. As UN Women, together with sister agencies in the UN system, with several of the development partners, the government of Finland, the European Union, many embassies that are engaged in this agenda, we remain committed to continue working and supporting you. We look forward to see you in a couple of weeks in a national event consultation before the regional meeting, where we will also be reviewing the progress to date. So thank you so much for this space, for your attention. Namaskar, Dere Dere Dankar.